Hi, good morning. This is going to be a quick lesson on our next thing on the outline, price of other goods. I'm going to do two different lectures because they're two different things. Um, this is basically stuff that you don't buy affecting demand for what you do buy. And that'll make sense, I think, when I do this. So let me just jump in. The first one is called substitute goods. So just think of substitute goods. This is easy. Something that you can use in place of another good. So, butter, margarine, and butter and olive oil, and butter and cream cheese. If you're talking about like on bagels or something. So, and then also think about something like Coke and Pepsi, but then also Coke and like Walmart Cola and Costco, Kirkland Cola, or fancier brands like Jones and Izzy and those kind of things. So basically, whatever can do the same thing as what you've already got. Okay? So what we're going to talk about here, and I'm going to show you an example on the board here, is what happens with price, because this relationship is a little different. But we use substitute goods in different ways, depending on money, depending on how much you like the certain brand, and so on and so forth. So to show you this, I have chosen. Get this going here. Cheetos. Sorry, and I'll move it. I'll have to move this around a little bit. But Cheetos is going to be what's called our original good. Okay, the main good that we're talking about. And I made up a substitute here called Meatos. Okay. Now, the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to put them at the same price. Okay, so if I start out and Cheetos is $2.99 a bag, and so is Meatos, the substitute, like the store brand. Market share, if you remember that, market share is how much percentage of the sales each company gets. I'm estimating it's going to be 90% Cheetos, 10% Meatos. Okay, why will it be more Cheetos? Because the brand name, because people like Cheetos. Why will it not be 100%? Because some people probably like Meatos better, or maybe they get a discount because they work at the store, or maybe they had a bad experience with Cheetos or something like that. Okay? So then we move on to the next one. And if I drop my price of Meatos to $2.29, which is probably more likely what it is in the store, a store brand and a name brand are never the same price. So they lower the price, see what happens to market share. It goes from 10 to 30, whereas Cheetos drops from 90 to 70. So then if I drop it again down to $1.99, let's say Meatos goes on sale, then my market share goes up to 40, and then market share for Cheetos drops to 60. Okay, now first of all, that is a good example of elastic demand. Because you think about these people and these people, they prefer Cheetos. But they don't like them that much more because that price drop right there, and then to a lesser degree that price drop there, caused them to switch over. You think about Cheetos for a kid's party or a sleepover or something like that. Who cares if you get the cheap brand? Okay? Whereas over here, these guys, their demand doesn't change, the 70 and then the 60 to a larger degree, that, they're willing to pay $1 more per bag. So their demand is inelastic for this. Now, why would they do this? Maybe they got enough money to not worry about it. You think Bill Gates worries about sales? They might have, I don't know, they're brand conscious. I don't know what that means in Cheetos, but you think of other brands, obviously. But whatever, or their kid screams if they don't get Cheetos, that kind of thing, and they want to baby their child. So that kind of stuff. Okay, so that's the first part. Okay? So secondly, then, what can Cheetos do? Now, let me switch. Let me do the relationship here first real quick. I'm just going to write this and talk about it as I do, and I'll put it up for you. So the relationship I want you to know, if the price drops on a substitute, okay, substitute over here, then demand will drop for the original. Okay, so simply, if the price drops on Meatos, demand will drop for Cheetos because some people will go to that lower price. So there's your relationship. If price drops on substitute, sorry, it's crooked, then demand will drop for the original. And you can pause that and write it down if you need to. Okay. Okay, so the last thing in this little lesson is, what does Cheetos do? 60% market share is not acceptable to them. They want higher for sure. So the first thing they could do is they could lower price. Okay, down to $2.29 if you see what I did here. I'm in a bad angle right there. Okay, their market share goes back up. But they could lower their price to $1.99. Their market share goes way back up. The problem with that is, though, if you see a store brand, a name brand that's the same price as a store brand, what are you thinking? I'm thinking expiration date. I'm thinking something's up. Maybe they've changed the formula, made it cheaper, or something like that. So name brands really need to be more expensive to justify the name brandedness, I guess, for it. So the thing I want you to look at also, and this is what I'll kind of leave to you on a question, is what other things could a company do other than lower the price to increase that market share back? What could Cheetos do, or whatever? So I'll give you some little prompt here with this, and you can let me know what you think. There's several answers you could go, so I'm looking for kind of a variety of responses there. All right, have a good day. I'll see you later.